Good morning. Hello, how is everyone? I am just doing a short live stream today. I am on my way to work. I just got done doing an Uber Eats. I hadn't done an Uber Eats order in quite some time because every time I have gone on the Uber Eats platform, they always offer me backwards offers. And I don't know about other people, but I'm doing backwards offers. There's no way possible. We got a person here on the corner. I didn't want to show the person, but they were doing their makeup or outside waiting on the bus, I do believe. Um, I am listening to Dean on the other on my Android phone, trying to give him some watch hours. Um, how is everybody doing today? I hope they are doing well. Today is Fridays. I always like Fridays because it's my last day of my work week at my W 2. And yeah, and then tomorrow I'm going to have my granddaughter, the 5 year old who just had her birthday. So that's awesome. She's such a sweetheart. It was so fun to go to my daughter's house yesterday and watch uh, her playing with her 1 year old sister. That was so cute. Um, they have a little tent. My daughter had bought a little tent. I'm not sure where she said she got it, but they have a little tent. And the 5 year old, she put the little slide they have that usually goes into the little, I want to say, little pool of those balls, put it into the tent so that, they could go sliding down into the tent. And the 1 year old, she just loved it. She was having so much fun. Good morning. Um, saying good morning to the person that just entered my stream. Well, I have a couple and I appreciate you. Um, but anyway, the 1 year old and the 5 year old kept going down the little slide and into uh, the little tent. And that was such a cool idea. My 5 year old granddaughter is so innovative, and that is so awesome. But those of you that weren't in my stream earlier, I am on my way to work. I work at a nursing home. I don't do hands on care, but I help set up appointments and transportation. And I just find it such a blessing to help others. And whatever way that I can do to help others is what I like to do. So I go, those railroad tracks. Um, there is a beautiful golf course that is not too far from my job. That's what I am currently. I don't even know if you can see it. Yeah. Oh. But anyways, it's a nice little scenic route. I should have had you turned around instead of just facing me, but it is what it is. But I will be at my W 2 very soon, like I said, and I have a frappe that I got at McDonald's this morning, and um, the hash browns, which is nice. If you get the two hash browns, you get one free, so that's awesome. But yeah, like I was saying, what I had done the Uber Eats, I hadn't done them for a while, and I did forget that, you know, the portion that Uber Eats gives you, you get right away, but the portion from the tips. Hello? I don't know what this customer. Okay, that car was not awake. Because they're supposed to go straight before I turn. Like, let's wake up, people. Probably on their phone. Ooh, I didn't realize that my phone was crooked. Sorry. Oh, and it's right sun, straight in my face. But it's good to have the sun out. Doot, doot, doot. Yeah, I am about at work, but I am not going to give you any information about where I work because that's none, yeah. And I love my job too much to be trying to give that kind of information. Um, yes, thank you so much. I got to my destination, so I appreciate you watching out for me. I appreciate you so much. How is everybody in the stream doing? There's a lot of people. Oh, I have a Chevy. I have a Chevy Equinox 2015, which I really have had a lot of issues. I have had so many issues with this car. It's ridiculous. I've had to put two. I can shut my car off now. I have had to put two um refurbished engines in my car in 1 year. Um, I'm still paying off on my car, which is insane. But I have 2 more years to pay off on it, and I've had so many issues with it. But at the time I got it, I thought I was getting a great deal. It had only been, oh, I so sorry, I didn't even realize I had my music on. Um, maybe you don't mind listening to music because, anywho, I listen to my Christian music on my way to work. I listen to my Christian music on my way to work. It helps me focus. It helps me get it together. But anyways, when I was doing that Uber Eats order, I forgot that you don't get the tips for a little while. Hi, Mrs. Paula. How are you doing? I hope you are doing great. I'm just decided to go on here. Um, Sometimes I just feel like hitting the live button. So that's basically what I did. I just got to work, but I don't start for another half an hour. So I am just spending time with you guys right now. Um, I'm always thankful for Fridays because Friday is the end of the work week for my W 2. And then um, the weekend begins. When I get off work, I try to, especially when I'm going to have my granddaughter, I get off work and then I start trying to make money. And then I am on. I am on. I try to work Friday evenings and Saturday mornings all the way up to noon because then at noon I'll get my granddaughter. So let's see. Maybe if you listen to your family, you would bought that lemon. My family didn't say anything. I think they actually thought it was a good deal. Um, so listening to my family didn't have anything to do with it, but thank you so much for your comments, I guess. Uh, morning. Gail says hello, Paula. Hello, Gail. Mrs. Paula says I'm good. Hi, Gail. Hi, everyone. How are you doing? Happy Friday. Good, Gail. How about you? Gail says happy Friday. Hi, Sally. How are you? You're so busy that you hardly are able to get onto my stream. So that was awesome. I'm sorry I missed your stream. You know, I just was really focused on trying to make a few dollars this morning before I started my W-2. And that's exactly what I did. I just made a few dollars. I won't know exactly how many dollars I made until the tips come in. So, Sally says, Paula told me you were alive. I think you meant live. Typo. Thank you for the love. Thank you so much. Yep, Sally says live. Yes, thank you for the emojis. I appreciate them. I love all the love that you got giving me. I appreciate it so much. Mark says hi. Hello, Mark. Yes, I have my other phone on too, but I'm trying to put that on vibrate because I don't want to have that. Oh, thank you. What were Oh, Sally, you're so cute. Sally says Mark. Gail says Sally, let's connect, darling. Sally's hi, honey. Yes, like I said, I just thought I'd get on here. Okay, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for that one. I do not want to look at that. That is disgusting. Mark says, hello, Sally. Sally says, sure thing. Gail gives me some emojis. Greg Moo says, hello. Hello, Greg Moo. Cool car. Um, yeah, I mean, I like it. It gets me to where I go. I mean, I don't know. Ah, it's kind of funny for me to say I like it. You don't know, like, I thought that there was an issue with CapCut because that's what I had been told. So I took all videos, most all videos. I don't even need to have this in. I'm so used to having my earpiece in. I'm like, why do I have my earpiece in? My friend Dean commented to me one day. He's like, why do you have your earpiece in if you're not using it? It's just like, yeah, that's a good question. Because I forget to take it out. That's why. But anywho, what was I saying? Have you ever had a moment where you're talking and then all of a sudden you forget what you were saying? Um, I'd like to blame it on my age. But I don't know if I can blame it on my age. But anyway, oh, thank you. Mrs. Paula says, hello, everyone. Sorry, I have to quickly finish my breakfast, which consists of 2 hash browns this morning. Um, mm-mm. You know, this is the season that I like the most because, well, I love fall and I love the um, different colors. Maybe you can, oh, shoot. Well, anyways, you see The different colors. I like that. I love the different colors. Thank you for the emojis, Greg Moo. I appreciate it. They're so cute. AM midnight time. Yes, Greg Moo. Where do you live? My time is 8:35. Is that 8:35 at night or 8:35 in the morning? Roger says hello. Oh, Philippine. Well, welcome, welcome. Mrs. Paula says, same here, Greg Moo. Mrs. Paula says, hi, Roger. Hello, Roger. Welcome to the stream. I just wanted to get on here real quick because, I don't know, I just had an inkling. A lot of times I'll just hit the live button and go for it. Sally says, hit that like button. Yes, please, please. What I'm trying to do is go live more often. When I first started this channel, I just did it for the heck of it, for fun. And it is still for fun, but it's really cool seeing other people liking what I am coming up with, my content. Having my subscribers go up, that is awesome. I know in order to get my watch hours, I need to do more live streams. So, yes, Sally says the subscribe would even be better. Yes, thank you so much, Sally, for your support. Yes, Mrs. Paula says, might as well get those watch hours. Yeah, so I decided that I should get go on live more because I was only going live on Sunday evenings, which I'm still doing because there are people that are used to me going on at Sunday evenings. Sunday evenings, 6:45, I try to aim for Central Standard Time. So I am in the Central Standard Time zone, so whatever it is for you, I come on at 6:45 Central Standard Time. Mrs. Paula says, Yvonne, I'm so lazy about watch hours. Sometimes I just don't want to comb my hair and go live. Yeah, right. But I'm on my way to work, so I've already combed my hair. But I did watch that cute little video you did about your hair. That was very cute. Oh, Greg Moose says, press the subscribe button, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. Yeah, so I did a short little video of my grandpup yesterday, and actually, it went a little bit shorter than I wanted it to, because at the end is my 1-year-old granddaughter, but mommy and daddy were talking, so they just took that out, which is fine because I don't think that we needed to hear what mommy and daddy were saying. They were just talking to each other about dinner. So Mrs. Paula says, thanks, friend. Yeah, so like I said, today is my last day of the week at my W-2 job. I will be doing my gig work tonight, which mostly consists of Shipt, Walmart. I am not on the DoorDash app right now because I need them to straighten out my phone number. And when I first got on DoorDash, I accidentally put in the wrong email. So now they need to straighten that out, and that's fine, you know, because I mostly do Shipt, really. I mostly do Spark and then Shipt. If you do Shipt, you have more restraints. You don't, when you go shop for shipped, you don't get an exact location. You just get, it's in this aisle. And then you have to go looking in the aisle to see if you can find that item. Whereas with Spark, if you do a shop, then it gives you the exact location. So for that reason, I like doing Spark better. As far as the pay, and I'm just letting anybody know that has ever wanted, or decides they want to do this. As far as the pay, you'll get your pay better with Spark than you will with shipped, because with shipped you might get your tip right away from the customer, or you might get it that in an hour, a couple hours, the next day, the next week. You never know. Or you might not get none. Hi, Dax. How are you? Hello, Dax. See, you said, Dax, to go on more often. So I'm trying to take your advice. You said you would like to see me more. So that's why I am trying to do as suggested. I just want to see if I missed anything. Mrs. Paula says, Lord, I'll be in the store for days. Yes, definitely. So one time I had an order for Target. When I do shipped, it's mostly at Target. It's a store called Hy-Vee that we have here. Those are the two places that I mostly shop. Oh, and there's a store called Cub. Those are the three main stores that I shop for when I do shipped. And if you have clothing that you have to look for at Target, forget about it. Forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know where the clothes are. You just got to go to the clothes section and start looking and hunting, and you don't know how long you could be looking for them clothes. So I do not do clothes when I'm doing a shipped order. Heavens, no. I like to do like cleaning supplies. If I'm at Target, cleaning supplies and grocery. And then if it's grocery, it all depends on that Target location, because some Targets have a very small produce section. And I did have an order one time where I had to shop the produce section, and they didn't have most of the stuff that the customer wanted. So Mrs. Paula says hi, Dax. Dax says, and I also said I would join you. Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Mrs. Paula says, Dax, nice. Yes, Dax. One thing Dax and I have in common is that our favorite team is the Vikings. And actually, my favorite team is the Vikings because I'm from Minnesota. And I'm not sure why Dax likes the Vikings the best. But, and also today at work is Purple Day. Well, I didn't want to wear my purple Vikings shirt just because. But what do you guys think? This is my purple top because it's Purple Day. And the reason why it's Purple Day at my job is because we are, it is Alzheimer's. It's showing love for the Alzheimer's community. So, Mrs. Paula says, Dax, nice. And Mrs. Paula says, I love purple. I love purple too. And it's so crazy that with me loving purple, how, like, I don't really have that much purple clothes. I have other things that are purple. My favorite flower is the lilac. For the longest time, I called it lilac. And then I realized it's lilac, right? Dex says, my grandparents had a farm near Faribault. I have been going to games my whole life. Oh, that's awesome. You know, Faribault, I think that's close to the area where my grandmother was from. That's awesome. Mr. Igdasi, are you from the South? A lot of people ask me if I'm from the South, but I am not. I am from Minnesota. I I have family that is, I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't care. I have family that is black. And I have a aunt that married a black man. They had black and white children, mulatto. And the way they talk just stuck with me from when I was a child. And that's just the way I talk. My father always told me that there's no way I would ever get a good job because of the way I talk. And I think as far as the job that I have, I really enjoy it. And I'm just refusing to listen to that. So, Sunny. Hi, Sunny. How are you? Yeah, Sunny. I am already at work, but I had just decided that since I had some extra time that I would jump on live, you know. Every once in a while, I just have this thought, like, let me just hit the live button. And that's basically what I did this morning. So I left my house. I went to McDonald's because I really wanted to get a frappe to start my morning. 2 hash browns, and then I know they're greasy, so Sonny, you probably wouldn't do that, right? um, it's hard. It's hard. You know, you have certain cravings, and you just go for it. Um, and then I did a Uber Eats run. It was from Caribou Coffee. It it was kind of crazy because I accepted the order because I was like the first unbackwards offer that I had received. So I just decided, okay, I'll take this. And then all of a sudden it was going another order, and it was going offering me like $5 more to the same location. So I'm like, okay. And then what it was is the customer must have forgot to add another drink to his order. So it was the same. So I was able to get 2 orders at Caribou and drop them off at the same place. So I did that, and then I was done. And during that time, Uber Eats kept sending me backwards offer after backwards offer. So I didn't take any of those, and then I decided, you know what, I don't have any more time for this, so I shut it off. But I made a couple bucks this morning. Oh, Sonny, I'm glad you're great this morning. Sonny says hello to everyone. Dax says Sonny. Sonny says it is hard. Yeah, it's hard. Dax says, look at all of us showing love and support for each other. Yes, I hope everyone has a good day today. I hope the same. Sonny says, right, Dax, I'm glad I got notifications this morning. I'm glad you did too. That's awesome. And then the hater said, hi. Sonny says, actually, no, I take that back. I found your live. Oh, I found your lives on my homepage. I did not get a notification. I just checked. Well, that sucks. But I just hit the live button, so maybe that's why. The hater says, you can rock my boat. Okay. But, I also want to say I love this time of season because of the changing of the leaves, and it's so beautiful. Thank you, Paula. If you can see the trees, you can see that they're changing. I love that. I just love that. And fall does not last long enough, right? It doesn't last long enough. You can kind of see the, well, not, yeah, you see where I work at behind me, but that's about as much you're gonna see because I'm not gonna show any more of my job. That's against regulations. Sunny says leaves aren't changing here yet. Oh, hi, Grandma Moore. Thank you for dropping in my stream. I appreciate that so much. You know, I rarely go on in the morning, but like I was saying, I just wanted to make a few bucks this morning, and the only offer I had was to Caribou on an Uber Eats run. I'm going through an issue with DoorDash right now, so hopefully that'll get cleared up. When I started on DoorDash, I accidentally gave them the wrong email address. Like, I messed it up. And I had called them and wanted to get it all straightened out, and they would not straighten it out for me. Like, they would not. And they were basically like, just keep that email. And I'm like, well, how am I going to get information? And then I had made so much money on DoorDash last year that I had to claim it for my taxes this year. And I was concerned that I would not get, the information so that I could claim it. And it all worked out. But, and now I want my DoorDash to be on my Android phone, and so I had to change the phone number. So anyways, I'm in review right now, and I'm on DoorDash very seldom, so it really doesn't bother me. My main apps are Spark and Shipt. And Sunny, I made $140 last Sunday on Shipt. I was doing very well. Except for I did have 2 times that I did go, that I did have late deliveries, drop-offs, but I had a bundle order where both of the customers asked me for extra items that took me even longer. But they both tipped me, and one of the customers asked me to be their personal shopper, so, Mine is Halloween. Dax says, gotta split. Well, thank you for joining, Dax. Have a great day, okay? Great weekend. Gotta split, Nana. Have a good day. Work. Talk to you soon. Oh, I will be doing a watch along Sunday morning for the Vikings-Steelers game. 8:30 a.m. kickoff. Woo, that's early. Mrs. Paula says, OTF, I like Halloween too. Yeah, I like Halloween. Sunny says, have a great day, Dax. Sunny says, awesome. Sally says, my beautiful friend, I have to get going. D took off, and I'm just sitting here listening to you. Need to be productive. Okay, Sally, thank you. I'm about to end the stream anyway because I got to punch in here soon. Sunny says, have a great day, Sally. Aries World, hello, Nana. Hello, Chris. Aries says, Everyday Nana. Hi, Chris. Sunny says, hi, Chris. Sally says, thanks, Sunny. Mrs. Paula says, hi, Aries. Sorry, I was just finishing my breakfast because I got to punch in soon, and I can't be eating while I'm working. I got a little bit of my drink left. Caramel frappe with a shot of espresso. Chris says, at Sunny Chronicles, at Sally D's Reality, at Mrs. Paula Does Retirement. Hello. Well, thank you for that, Chris. It's always good to, it is always good to give all my other channel members love. I appreciate it so much. Sonia says, thank you, Chris. Sally says, hello. Yeah, Chris. So, I just decided to get up this morning and see if I could make any money. I made a couple dollars on Uber Eats with the Caribou coffee orders, so it's all good. About to get started at my W-2 so I can end my Friday, start my Friday. I guess I would be starting my Friday because I haven't punched in yet. Chris says, I never tried doing a morning delivery. Is this your first one? No. I've done a couple trying to get them, but the one on Uber Eats, I was trying to get more orders, but they weren't offering me anything really good. So it is what it is. You never know unless you try. Chris says, does it work okay in the morning? Chris says, maybe weekend is better. Yeah, like when I get, I do not like to do Uber Eats or DoorDash, any of them, any of the food deliveries. I don't like doing them when it's super busy because I don't want to travel in traffic. I don't like it. That's when I'll mostly do my Spark and my Shipt, because then I don't, and then I'll make sure that it's not many miles. So, Mrs. Paula says, gotta run, my friend. Have a great day. You have a great day as well. And Chris, thank you for dropping in my stream. Yeah, agree. Okay, that makes sense. Bye, Mrs. Paula does retirement. Yes, all these wonderful people in here are just awesome. And thank you for your support. And thank you for dropping in my live this morning. I am going to go punch in for work. Thank you so much. God bless you. Everybody have a great, fantastic day. Love you all. Bye-bye.